I am going to talk today about a little bit of stuff that's come up for me over the past couple of days, and I felt like I wanted to do a video um, to share what's been coming up. So I made some notes as well, so excuse me for a moment. So I wanted to talk about how our kind of parental setups affect the twin flame journey. You and your twin, you share a core wound with each other, and the nearest that you will get to that frequency and vibration through another is generally in your family setup. It might be occasionally with a partner that you have been married to, an ex, a sibling. There are other ways for you to have picked that up, but one of the first incidents will be from childhood. So that's where all this journey started for us. This lifetime was in childhood. So taking a look at your family patterning is super important to move forwards with the twin journey. It's literally a direct link. So you've got your core wound with your twin. There will be exactly the same issues with you. And then one step away from that, you'll tend to have your nearest triggers will be in the form of your family. And they're an important part of the twin journey to heal as well. I'm not saying everyone's going to be able to get to that ultimate level where they can kind of be best friends with their family. I mean, some people might not get to that stage, but healing those wounds and triggers directly connected to the family, like if you felt abandoned by your family and then you keep getting abandoned, it will bring all those core wounds, and they all stem from that childhood. That's not my patterning, I'm just giving an example rather than giving a personal one. So a massive part of this journey is really going into the issues with your family and those dynamics, and even the dynamics between your parents. So how your mum interacts with your dad and vice versa will give you a good indication of what you're probably going through with your twin as well, and your strong soul connections. So a big part of this is not only healing those dynamics, is bringing them to the surface, bringing the awareness, and seeing how you then translate that onto your twin journey. Things have been coming up massively for me. I have a very strong link between mine and what I go through with my twin. There's a lot of similarities there with my twin journey and my parental journey. So they're obviously different and they play out differently, but the core issues and the triggers will be similar. Like, I don't have any bigger triggers than those people. So and a lot of you will be the same, although there might be a different person. I know a friend of mine who really has an ex-husband in that similar role, and some of you may have other people as well, but for a lot of us it will be family dynamics and parental dynamics that affect this whole thing, and they were what set the wheels in motion for what we're now clearing. It's like we chose to be born into certain templates that are close to our twin templates so that we could have become really enmeshed in that wound, and then over lifetime it will be enmeshed deeper and deeper and deeper by experiences, but the initial triggering of it will have been in childhood, and then obviously the twin comes in to start collapsing it and that journey. But over the journey, many of you will go in and out of parental dynamics alongside the twin journey, because really they come hand in hand, because they're the closest to your core wound other than your twin. So it really is about looking at the similarities between your experience with your twin and your experiencing with your family, and also their experience with each other. Now, this is so multi-layered, it's impossible for me to do in one video. It's actually what I do with my coaching, is we look at where the wound was first triggered, where it first came up in childhood, and bring it to the awareness, and then we can start to see a bit more clearly what's going on with the twin journey as well, because they are so interconnected generally for people. What we're here to do as twins, I truly believe, is we're here to break down templates and patterning. It's not our parents' fault, even if we're even though they pass things down to us, they got passed them down by other people and by generations before that. What we're here to do is actually literally break down the whole ancestral line of built up patterns. So we've had a whole ancestral line built up, built up, built up, and then we're here to literally break that down. It's why it's so painful, because we're not just healing our stuff, we're also clearing for mass consciousness, and we're also clearing our deep patterned ancestral lines as well. So you'll probably have other issues going on alongside the twin journey, but they're really helping push you to source without you having to do everything through your twin, and they're helping you bring your awareness. And really, if you can heal that, you're a big step closer to your twin, because they're carrying your closest dynamic aside from and triggering aside from your twin flame. So I've noticed that things have really come to a head over the past few days for me anyway. It's like I've literally just been pushed with that, and almost like there's been breakthroughs because of it. But I mean, it's been extreme. Today I've had a pounding headache, like a severe migraine, and it's a point I was almost being sick. Feels like there's a lot of heaviness leaving, and I'm noticing that what's going on right now is people are starting to break family patterns that they've had for their whole lives. They're starting to kind of see things differently now, and they're probably actually bringing a bit of awareness finally to those patterns, to people that you thought would never see the light or would never awaken or see things from your side. I feel at the moment you're going to just get real shocks, because they'll just suddenly get it, and there'll be that split second of sort of change and them realizing things. So yeah, I feel like right now there's just basically a lot coming up with just going deep into those patterns that are, I feel like a lot of us are on a bit of a break actually from the twin stuff. I know I am anyway. I'm not feeling that connection so much anymore. I almost like had a bit of a release from it, and instead I'm being pounded by other areas. But I think that's because, like I said, that ancestral line and that family patterning is really the step, that's the biggest trigger before the twin. So if we can heal that, then we're really close. And I feel like we're really close, and I feel like it's sort of going back and just tying up those final things, ready to then be faced with the twin, because like I said, we need to clear those ancestral lines. So it's rounding off that ancestral line, making those changes and not being triggered anymore. Even if we never, I'm not saying everyone's going to end up as like best of friends with their parents, but they should at least get to the point, or their family or their siblings, but it should get to the point where the triggers are no longer there, where everything's been healed, forgiven. It's no longer a trigger. My dynamic with that is going to be totally different to everybody else's. So I just felt that's what's coming up right now, is that we've got that little bit of space and distance energetically from the twin to go into those nearest to the twin in energy for us, the nearest triggers outside of that, to go and round those off. So I let me know if this is anyone else's experience at the moment, and I'm going to do a couple more readings actually, maybe when I go back to my home. I'm currently in my family home at the moment, so this is my childhood room that I'm in. You can see the little teddy on the wall and stuff, and the little doll. But I want to do some deeper readings on like help for the masculine energy and help for the feminine energy right now. So we've got some clear guidance. I feel like maybe I didn't look into those enough in the last one, so I'll see when I do those. Either it'll be tonight or I'll come in with them next week.